At the end of November and in early December 2011, a campaign called 16 Days of Action Against Gender Violence was organised in Montenegro. It was organised under the Gender Equality Programme, IPA 2010, supported by the Ministry of Human and Minority Rights, the EU delegation and the UN in Montenegro through UNDP. The campaign demonstrated that the key factors for fighting violence against women in Montenegro are the engagement of state authorities together with women's action groups. The campaign was launched with a panel organised by SOS Podgorica. Here activists summed up their results, presented women's actions and offered their suggestions for strengthening the position of women.
Ja sam izuzetno zadovoljna što smo dobile priliku, to je šansa da se okupimo, jer ono što negdje već godinama traje jeste nemogućnost podrške ženskim organizacijama da se formiraju u mrežu, da se sretnu, da razmijene iskustva i na kraju krajeva samim tim i da zajednički djeluju.
Although firmly united by resistance to violence, the priorities of Montenegrin action groups are not the same. These differences emerge in the actions they chose to organise as part of the campaign. Launching a public debate on systemic violence against women means a lot to the representatives of Anima. To encourage this, they've arranged for films about violence to be shown in 5 Montenegrin cities.
Akcija od nasilja do otpora ima za cilj da otvori pitanje nasilja u Crnoj Gori ne samo porodičnog, nego u širi kontekst nasilja nad ženama, znači ratnog, poslijeratnog, ekonomskog, institucionalnog i svih vidova nasilja koje žene trpe.
Representatives of the NGO Povjerenje have pointed out that women from rural areas are not sufficiently included in education programs about violence against women. In 3 Montenegrin towns, representatives of SOS Podgorica arranged round tables where representatives of the institutions and the civil sector discussed ways in which cooperation could be improved.
Za nas je ova akcija veoma bitna zbog toga što na ovaj način SOS telefon potencira međusektorsku saradnju i dobije odgovore i preporuke od institucija šta je to što treba uraditi u problemu nasilja u porodici, jer institucije su svakako te koje su najbitnije u slučaju žrtava nasilja.
Regulations to prevent violence are a good basis, but implementation is not possible unless all the political actors cooperate. Strengthening that cooperation represents a great challenge, not just for Montenegrin society, but also for representatives of international organizations in Montenegro.
What is really important that we work together on implementation of the key priorities of National Gender Plan.
To begin the campaign, the judiciary and executive authorities, in the presence of representatives of international organizations, signed the Protocol on Cooperation in Cases of Domestic Violence.
Potrebno je unapređenje koordinacije nadležnih institucija u cilju dosledne primjene zakona. Uvjeren sam da će upravo ovaj protokol doprinijeti ostvarenju tog cilja.
The project aims to support the implementation of the newly adopted law on protection from violence in the family through the creation of coordination and monitoring mechanisms at the national level.
The campaign, 16 Days of Action Against Gender Violence, showed that cooperation is required, but also that the activist's role is vital. However, conditions for their work today differ from those 16 years ago.
Do sada postignute rezultate aktivistkinje, predstavnici međunarodnih organizacija, institucija, sistema zaista trebaju da snažno kapitalizuju kroz buduću zajedničku saradnju i da sve ono što smo do sada radili u proteklih 16 godina zaista učinimo i vidljivim i da zaista postignemo sve ono što se od nas očekuje da bi crnogorsko društvo bilo moderno, razvijeno društvo jednakih šansi za sve.